The opinions, beliefs, and viewpoints expressed on today's radio show and their guests do not necessarily reflect the opinions, beliefs, and viewpoints of Easy Way Broadcasting.
Welcome to Radio Boomers Live, the show about all things human from a baby boomer's perspective. All things hot and all things not. News, reviews, interviews, chat, text, and what's next. And here are your hosts, Reatha Gray from Betty White's Off Their Rockers and Easy's dad, Jim Zuley.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. And it's Radio Boomers Live time with Reatha. Reatha, are you with me?
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
It's time to rock and roll again. I'll tell you what, these weeks come around fast. Well, I hope you had a good Easter. Hope all our listeners had a good Easter. And I tell you, it's they say 85%, Reed, 85% celebrate Easter, and most of them stay home. That's cool.
But do they really celebrate Easter? I don't know. I'm not really sure. But they say they do. They have the food, the family. So I guess that's Easter for some.
Yeah, we got our Easter basket and so on and so forth. But no, it's you know, Reatha, it's just amazing how fast it comes around. I feel like we just celebrated the Easter holidays, the Christmas holidays, and it's like, boy, I tell you, does it seem to go faster when you pass 40 or 50? I don't know.
Well, time compresses.
Flies.
It really does.
We got May 6th. Sheldon Reynolds from Earth, Wind, and Fire will be our guest. We got some interesting guests coming up, and I'll tell you, you know, it's kind of interesting because a lot of the baby boomers, they're interested in the older bands from back in the 60s, and they want to get them back together again. You ever notice when you go out to some restaurants, they play the old music? Why is that? They must like our stuff.
Because we're the ones with the money, and they want to make us happy. But I heard an interesting fact the other day that as people with Alzheimer's and that are losing their memory, the older memories are the last to go. So they remember the old music, and we can remember all these lyrics from the 60s and 70s, but we can't remember what we had for breakfast yesterday.
That's interesting. The older memories are, so I've been thinking about these older, songs and things like that. I wonder if I'm heading in that direction. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway.
But they say if you play them for people that are having problems with memory loss, they will swing and sway to the music and wave their hands and remember the lyrics and then, go back after this. So I'm already planning my tape that I'm going to tell them when I lose my memory, these are the songs I want you to play.
Play these songs, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Earth, Wind, and Fire is definitely one of them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We, a lot of good memories then. But, you go to these restaurants and here the people are, the young people, and everybody listens to our stuff. But, you can understand it. That's the thing. Anyway, with that, Reed, I guess it's hot topic time.
Absolutely.
Ripped from the headlines. Today's hot topic.
Well, the Mueller report to be losing their minds. They don't know what to make of it. I mean, really, it's apparently not clear to anybody exactly what the final judgments were, but they can't decide whether or not they want to impeach. They can't decide whether or not they want to just go on with business as usual. It's just amazing. And it's on both sides. They can't really decide what they want to do. I have to say I'm one of those people that at this point in Trump's administration, let the people decide. Go ahead. There's an election coming up in a year. If the people don't want him to be president anymore, let the vote decide. In the meantime, can we get back to the business of running America, the business of doing things that are necessary for our government to run? And that's just my opinion, but I just think everybody's up in arms, and we're a year away from another election cycle. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know anymore. But I know I'm sick of hearing this same old story. The one thing they proved was there was no collusion, and that was what that investigation was supposed to be about. If we spend all of this time, all of this money, all of this energy in investigating the president, what is really going on in this country? I don't know, but hopefully we will get back to business. Everybody will start cooperating with one another, and we'll just be one big happy America again. That's my hot topic, Jim. What's yours? I know you've got all the news.
Well, Reatha, it's funny. When we watched the Kennedy-Nixon debate, the big news the next day was that Nixon didn't wear makeup, if you remember. I mean, unbelievable.
Right.
Anyway, we got Sri Lanka. We had some bad bomb attacks there. They say around 300 people could have been killed, and that Sri Lanka's off India, and they point to Islamist attacks. And the famous Notre Dame Church, which everybody knows now burnt, they're amazed. They raised almost $1 billion within 3 days, and they had a lot of protesting because they're saying, wait a minute, we have all these people out here and we're not making enough money, and you raised $1 billion. Anyway, so we have so there's thousands. All right, let me move on from this because we all know about this. But they're saying it could take 5 years to reduce, but it could take longer than that, and around $5 billion. Thousands of species disappearing. 1,000 species disappeared last year. Average was 500 to 100, 50 to 100, and we're talking about 1,000 species according to Smithsonian, and that's a lot of. They call it we're in the middle of a mass extinction, but don't forget that mass extinction could be 1,000 years, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Bitcoin has been on the rise up to 26% in 4 weeks. Scientists hooked up 32 dead pigs, Reed, this is interesting, 32 dead pigs' brains to a machine, and they revived them. To their surprise, it actually worked. Biochemists responded, holy blank. But we all have things.
Yeah, I'm not real sure about the dead pigs. That story freaks me out, but go on.
Reatha went over the Mueller thing. I'm not going to go over it again. President has the lowest unemployment rate since '69, so that's a good thing for his re-election thing. Unemployment is real low. Severe storms. Got some bad storms, Reatha, over there on the East Coast from Florida up to New England and South Carolina. I mean, flooding. There's a lot of bad stuff going on there. They had some severe flooding, 6,000 flights delayed, and 1,500 canceled. So if you're going to go over the East Coast, I always tell you, check before you go. See what's going on over there so you don't wind up in a mess. Good news for Reatha, more people moving out of L.A. than in. They're moving to Riverside counties and out of state. So, So we got Ninth Circuit denies Trump's attempt to block California sanctuary city laws, and an ocean climate shift. Sea creatures are getting confused. They're washing up on beaches that they were never washed up on. Polar bears are kind of lost because the whole climate area where they're at is different now. It's flat. It's not full of ice sheets that they had before. Everything is melting, so they have to readjust. I told you about the 60,000 protesters are basically upset because of they're just not making enough money over there. And a young couple was rescued from a crocodile-infested swamp after writing "help" in the mud. How simple is that? So a lot of stuff, but we're running out of time, so I just gotta hit you with a couple of things there. So Reatha, if you're ever out there doing one of your tours or your vacation things out there, just right in the mud. If some crocodiles come at you, you know what to do to be safe out there. And what do we got? Oh, God, there's just so much stuff. I want to hit you guys with so much news, but we're out of time on that. So moving right along, we're going to run into a commercial here. What do you think of that?
Where's from our sponsor?
Yep. It's commercial.
Are you tired of doing business the hard way? Is building your business taking too much time and energy? We can help. Introducing your ultimate solution, EasyWay Business Membership. We're a full-service digital marketing solution specializing in branding and marketing, advertising, and introductions to CEOs and influencers that can help your business thrive. Problem solved. Now you can hire our award-winning team to work for your business. We've received many prestigious awards, including the Digital Trailblazer Award by Hollywood Weekly magazine, and we've been recognized by Congress. For just $11 a day, you'll get more exposure, reach more clients by next month, guaranteed. Here's how it works. You pay one low annual fee of $4,000, and you'll receive consulting, branding, marketing, advertising, social media support, product placement, and business introductions to help your business grow exponentially. And if you need more, we offer SEO, commercial, TV exposure, and much more for an additional rate. To recap, for just $11 a day annual membership fee, you'll receive branding, consulting, business-to-business introductions, advertising, and social media support. But don't take our word for it. Here's what our customers say.
We've been working with EasyWay Eric for the last 6 months, and literally we are slammed with work for 2 months straight, so his marketing definitely works.
To learn more, visit easywaynetwork.com or contact us at 877-399-2929. And don't forget to follow us on social media. On Facebook at EasyWay Network, Twitter at EasyWay Broadcast, and YouTube at EasyWay TV.
Boomers Forever Young is really making a name for themselves as an exciting nutritional company with products that really work. People from all over the country are starting to take notice. Their whole-person approach to health and wellness, combined with their unique array of powerful natural health products, are setting them apart from all the other companies in the nutrition industry. Their customers love the one-on-one free consultations and the results they experience. Sound a little too good to be true? Then go online to boomerboost.com today and sign up for a free consultation with a product specialist, or just give us a call at 1-800-861-4609. Again, that's boomerboost.com, or call 1-800-861-4609 to join the thousands already experiencing the benefits of Boomers Forever Young products.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And we have a very interesting guest, and I don't say that lightly. I sat here for an hour reading her bio. The problem is, if I were to share all that with you, she'd never be on the show. But I'm going to just tell you a little bit about her. She's the founder of the Omnicultural TV Fest, and she's an actress, a writer, comedian, CEO of Latin Hollywood Films, Inc. She stumbled into comedy while living near the comic strip in New York City, and soon became America's top female performer, touring the nation with other top comics. She created Kiki Hollywood. Hollywood, which aired, I'm not too good, aired on Galveston, a national Spanish language network. And I'll tell you, oh, wow, this is impressive. Now, she also created the first ever Spanish language stand-up comedy show. Comedians are sharp people. They have to be to come out with that kind of stuff. But I'll hit you with a little bit more, and then I got to bring her on. She's a journey of a female comic qualified for the 2016 Academy Awards. The film also became part of the permanent core collection of the Academy of Motion Pictures in Arts and Sciences. Well, I'm going to let her tell us a little bit more about that. But Kiki Melendez. Kiki, on with us?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
There she is. Well, Kiki, I'll tell you what. I know you're not a baby boomer, but you have one interesting little bio there. And Kiki, this is Reatha Gray from Betty White's After Rockers fame. And
Hola.
Reatha, this is Kiki.
Hola.
How are you guys?
Good.
Thank you for having me today.
Good.
Oh, sure.
Thank you for being on the show.
You are
no, it's been crazy. I've had to make my own opportunities. With Kiki Desde Hollywood, it was the first bilingual entertainment show in the nation. I also did Hot Tamales on Showtime, which was female comics. It was a sisterhood of more than 150 female comedians nationwide that toured with us. We had people like Tiffany Haddish, Lonnie Love, Eva Longoria. All these great women had graced our stage at some point. And so, yeah.
Where did you get this from? I mean, you were so involved in so much stuff. You have an energy there. Where do you think it came from? Mom, dad, or I mean?
Well, that's why I can never do coke because I probably have a heart attack.
You are the Energizer Bunny for sure.
I am.
Okay, now where did the comedy part come from? Because comedians are smart people. It's not easy to be a comic, but they're some of the most popular people there are, like Bob Hope, and you know. They were comedians. So where did that come from? I mean, you must have been an open type person, you know, like not afraid to talk to people.
I know. So I actually was inspired by a comedian friend called Joey Vega. He's like the Paul Rodriguez of New York, you know, of New York City. And we were really good friends, and I used to go see him all the time. I was like one of his little sort of fans that would always go to his shows. And then he would hang out with me afterwards, and we'd hang out with Chris Rock and all, you know, Adam Sandler, all those people in New York when they were starting out. And he said to me, you know, you are funny. Like, you should be a comedian. And I was studying, I was studying at Lee Strasberg, which is a very dramatic arts, you know, type of education. And he says, you should be a comedian. You should really be a comedian. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to try it. And I took a class, because I used to take classes for everything I wanted to do. I would take a class. You know what I mean?
Learn, yeah.
And so basically, I took a class and with Rob Weinstein, and all of a sudden I was like, you know, petrified of being on stage. But he said, you are good. He goes, you should really get serious. And within like a couple of months, I was auditioning for Saturday Night Live, but I was totally green.
Oh wow!
You know, but I had been asked to audition for Saturday Night Live back then. It was so. I wish I would have known. You know what I mean? What I know now. But I was so petrified of the stage because it's hard to be there.
Well, you know what? You're not the only one. Pat Boone, Presley, a lot of big ones are nervous out there.
Yes.
And stand-up to me is the most nerve-wracking thing. It's that minute before you actually go on that you feel like you're going to die.
Oh, yes, right? Yes, I would like not eat. It was the best diet for me because every time I had a show, I would not eat like a week before. You know, so I'm like, this is a great diet.
Well, comedy is really harder to do than drama. It takes perfect timing. That's what really makes comedy work. So where did you learn your timing from? Who did you watch?
I mean, I think timing is something you're born with in a way. You can't really teach it too much.
Yeah, that's true.
It's something that you have to really have. There's a lot of people that, for example, try to be funny, or there's comedians even outside of the stage that try to be funny, and their timing, isn't always there. Or there are people that try to be funny. You have friends that they could be funny if I had the right timing, right? Like they say stuff, and you're like, that could have been funny if you would have had the right timing,
That's where you learn, yeah. That's
so I think it's something that you're kind of born with, and you always have to know when to interject the right thing at the right. Moment. But I am, my mother was a single mom, and I was like very independent. I always had to like find my own entertainment. I was a single child, so I watched a lot of TV. I used to love Carol Burnett, you know, and so I like grew up with all those old, you know, TV shows, all those comedies, and maybe that's where I got it from, watching L.A.V.A. and all those, you know, iconic shows as a kid, you know.
Yeah. So I just want to jump in this real quick. We got a little festival coming up here May 1st, right, Kiki?
Oh, yeah, I'm so proud. You know, a lot of people come to me to help them to get their shows on the air because I've done it on my own. You know, I've, as you know, you've read my resume, so all those things I had done independently.
Very impressive.
And most recently I did 13 episodes of Kiki Mobile on A&E's Half FYI network. And so, you know, people know that I'm a doer, that I can, you know, that I have gotten things.
Well, that's obvious.
Yeah.
That's pretty obvious.
But I felt bad. Because, you know, I'm not a superstar in the sense that I can green light, you know, anyone's shows. So, but I have enough contacts and I have enough relationships that I can open a lot of doors. And I've always had really good luck helping other people. So I said, I really want to do this for other people because I did it for my company, and that's how I got Kiki Mobile on the air within a year. I did it for myself. And so I also noticed that a couple of my shows got into development with big companies. So I said, you know what, I should do this for everybody. And NAPTE was also interested in helping the emerging producer. They are the National Association of Television Program Executives. So we kind of merged and we said, hey, why don't we do it together? You're the one, you know, you're the face of the emerging producer, and we have, you know, an organization of buyers, people that buy content. So why don't we do it together? And that's how this all happened. And it just blew away, like it just blew up because people see that there's a need for it. You know, the networks are looking for diversity. This is awesome because it's not just Latino. That's why I called it Omni, because Omni means everybody. And it's like so awesome to like see the program that we have chosen, and to look, you know, to see one show that's African American, then you see a Latino show, then you see an Asian American show, and it's so awesome to see all the diversity. There's like a Brazilian project about, you know, the Brazilian dancing, and then there's people that you know, submitted globally from Iran and Pakistan and France. You know what I'm saying? So this is the first year, and the program is amazing. Like, people would be entertained from 10 to 6 p.m. We're going to be showing almost 73 submissions. They're short, you know, they're to the point. Some are full pilots, but it's such an entertaining program. People will be inspired because all these filmmakers did it with so much passion and love. A lot of obviously don't have the budgets, you know, and you're going to walk out of there going, wow, like it could be done. I can do this. And you know, there's some that we actually say, my God, this could win an Oscar, that it's so good, you know, that it could actually win an Oscar. There's one called To Be Me that we're very impressed with, and What's Your Number. These are all projects that are like, wow, I can't believe, you know, that.
Well, this festival sounds exciting. Who's going to be the MC? Who's hosting that?
Oh, yeah. We have an amazing event after the after party with Andy Vargas from Soleros and Santana. He's the lead singer of Santana, and a Cuban jazz band. And we have Eric Zuley. He's going to be hosting that for us, the big after party, the VIP after party with all the celebrities in attendance. And the award show will be hosted by Yancy Arias and myself. Yancy is from Queen of the South. And so that's all the excitement that's happening. It's going to be like an all-day event. Doors open at 8. People get there. They get to see panels with network executives about content and development. They get to see distribution. They get to sit in writing panels for television. All morning long, you are going to get an education of a lifetime.
So, Kiki, what we're going to do is, on the easy way part here, we're going to give away some tickets on whoever shares. We're going to make them eligible for this. This is going to be exciting. And I'll tell you, I mean, the Santana thing, Reatha and I go back. We remember when that all first started. And and it's like, what the heck happened? All of a sudden,
I know.
40 years
amazing.
later, like here we are. It's amazing.
Yeah,
but I give you a lot of credit. You're rocking and rolling here. I give you a lot of credit because people are gonna want you to teach them. You're gonna have to give some kind of classes someday. How does she do it?
No, it's a great event, and it's beautiful. It's May 1st at the Egyptian Theater. We have tickets on Eventbrite and Facebook, omniculturaltvfest.com. You could go anywhere and find us and, register because we are selling out. So everyone should just register. Make sure you do it as soon as possible.
So where would they go if they wanted to get tickets and so on and so forth?
They could go to our website, omniculturaltvfest.com. We are on Facebook. We are on Film Freeway. And if they Google us, they'll see omniculturaltvfest.com, and they can get it on Eventbrite. They just have to put the name of the festival on Eventbrite, and they can get them there. And we have we have 2 more hours. Everyone that buys tickets until 12 noon today gets a free limited edition T-shirt.
Cool. Yeah. Love the T-shirts.
Yeah.
And when we got a thing going, enough shares that, whoever shares is going to be eligible for some tickets and so on and so forth. I mean, not everybody that shares, of course, but, however they work that out. But, Kiki, you're amazing. I don't know where you're definitely the Energizer Bunny. You're going to have to get together with Reatha and go on some of these excursions, jumping out of planes and things like that.
And you definitely should come to the festival, check it out, be a part of it. It's going to be an amazing event.
Oh, I love it. Well, Kiki, thank you for coming on because I know you're beyond a busy person. And
okay, honey.
You slowed down your pace because I always say that our little show is like the slow motion version of Eric's. The Baby Boomer Show.
All right, honey.
Thank you, Kiki.
Thank you. Well, bye-bye.
Well, Reatha, I told you this lady is unbelievable. She just goes and goes, and is a good example of people want to get in business and move on.
But Jim,
and with that, I guess.
Where are people supposed to share? Is it from our Facebook page, or where do they need to share to win tickets?
Yeah, it would be through our Facebook page, easywayfacebook.com or facebook.com groups/easywayfans. There's all that. We have Easyway Radio. And just go to, we also have the one where you can go to letter E, letter Z, Easyway Phones, PHONE.app, and you can see all our stuff on there. But with that,
okay, so they should look for the information about the festival and share that with as many people as they can, and that's how you can win tickets.
Exactly. And it's not like I said, not like everybody that shares is going to get a ticket. We have to give away thousands of tickets, but however they work that out, people that share.
Well, you got to share it with everybody you know. If you only got 3 followers, you're not going to win. Okay?
That's right. So. Whoever shares is eligible. And from that rate, I think we go in the commercial time. Yep. And then Carmelita.
Looking to grow and align your brand with celebrities and other established brands? Your brand is all about your entire customer experience. Everything from your logo, your website, your social media experiences, the way you answer the phone, to the way your customers experience your staff. So why not let us help you get your branding right from the start? At Easyway Promotions, we are a new class of professionals providing first-class online branding, promotion, social media, website development, editing, graphic design, public relations, media, SEO, and online advertising to give your business the competitive edge to stand out. Our highly experienced experts will not only help you increase your online presence, but also provide you with a proven online strategy to help you increase the value of your company and make acquiring new customers easier. So what are you waiting for? Contact us today and let us help you grow your business exponentially.
For more information, contact 424-209-9290 or visit easywaypromotions.com. That's letter E, letter Z. We also encourage you to like our Facebook page at Easy Way Promotions. You are about to experience Carmelita's Corner. Carmelita's song Rosebud made it to the top 40s with the godfather of soul, James Brown. She's the founder of the Rose Breast Cancer Society. Now here's your host, Carmelita Pittman.
Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing out there today? I know that's right. I've got my friend from long ago and now up to date. Her name is Esperansa Luna, a beautiful, beautiful singer. That's the one thing that I don't know that she claims. She does poetry. She does poetry. She's written hundreds of poems. She's a great fine artist. She founded L.A.V.A, Los Angeles Visual Artist, and she's been so active in the arts. She's always loved art. It's been her lifelong interest, particularly painting, sculpting, writing, and the performing arts. And she has many degrees, and as I mentioned, she's the founder of L.A.V.A, Los Angeles Visual Artist, and she now has a great studio in Pahrump, Nevada. And I'm going to let her tell you more about that and what's up to date with her life. She's really an amazing lady. Good morning, Esperanza.
Good morning, Carmelita.
All right now.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. Just happy to have you on my show.
Well, thank you for thinking of me, and I want to thank Radio Boomers Live and EasyWayRadio.com for this opportunity. You guys are awesome. Thank you for thinking of me. It's been a while. It's been a long road. We've had a wonderful time. In case some of you don't know, Carmelita was my vice president for L.A.V.A. For many years. She was a dedicated, awesome, compassionate, passionate individual who, without her support in L.A.V.A, I don't think I could have made a go of it. And the founding members, our original founding members of L.A.V.A, were Carmelita Pittman, of course, Padram Nourian, Nick Navarro, Leo Reyes, his partner, Samantha Kroner. Let's see who else we had on there. Curtis Jones, who's passed away. But we were a grassroots organization. We exhibited all throughout Southern California. Our most ambitious venture was at the Westin Bonaventure Hotel, and we did that September the 4th in '92. And I also want to add that Pasquale Bedio he's a friend today. He's a friend of Carmelita's, and he was the first person I spoke to when I came to the Hollywood area. Around 1995, and he supported my poetry. He first learned of me by my poetry, and then I did an exhibit. I believe we were at Crossroads. Is that correct, Carmelita? With
yes,
the Hollywood Arts Council sponsored that.
The Hollywood Arts Affair is what they called it.
That's right. And I met him there. He listened to my poetry. I started exhibiting with them, and that's where I pulled my group from one of their exhibits, actually, and I went around to every booth and recruited people, and I just started to have this emergent idea in my head. You know what? I would like to personally handpick some artists here that I feel have what it takes for the vision that I have and the goal that I have. And these 4 people met every goal. Not only were they phenomenal artists in their own right, and I can't speak enough of Carmelita. I wish I had your singing skills, my dear, but all I do is write poetry and paint. But Carmelita does it all. She's an actress. She's a singer. Oh, my God. She's done record deals. She's just amazing. But she's also one of the most humblest people I've ever met. And she handled her duties as vice president of L.A.V.A and supported me thoroughly in all of those exhibits that we did. And we did many. So the Westin Bonaventure was one. Our special guest artists at that time were Pasquale Bedio and Herb Tannen. He was founder and president of Herb Tannen and Associates Hollywood. And weren't they were they a celebrity agency or something like that? A talent agency?
If I'm not mistaken, he had something to do with Sammy Davis Jr. I know that at that time I had a limousine service active, with my husband, Pittman Limousine, and I remember driving that particular evening to go up to his home up in the, I think it's in the Malibu Hills or something like that, because it was so amazing, and it was really quite a challenge getting up there, with all of the curves around the hills and everything. I came very close to going off the edge there. I didn't realize how close I was.
Not hard to do in Los Angeles.
But
well,
especially driving a limousine up there,
around all
I
those.
know. So, but anyway, I'm trying to reach back in my memory now. I think Pasquale was with me the time that we went up there to see him. And the main thing I really remembered was his home. It was just unbelievable. It looked like it was made out of rocks or like a cave, but it was also modern, very modern. And it was on a canyon. And it just made you feel like you were part of nature, and it was really quite a huge home.
It was just amazing. Area up there. It was beautiful up there. Well, we opened to 300 people at Westin Bonaventure, and actually the way that came about was I made a simple phone call to the Westin Bonaventure. When I reach high. And I got a hold of their marketing agent, which was Marcy Young at the Bonaventure, and told her about our little group. And she said, "Oh, come on down. You can have a meeting down here." And we moseyed on down there with my little art group. At that time, there was only like 4 of us, the core group: myself, Carmelita, Leo Reyes, Nick Navarro, Curtis Jones, and Pedram. And we show up there to have our little meeting. And Marcy comes out and tells us that we can't meet there because on that particular spot. And I asked her why. She says, "Well, you've been moved to another room." And I said, "Well, where are we going to meet now?" Because we had this meeting scheduled, and we had a meeting every month. And we tried to pick a historic site somewhere we could go. And she said, "Well, you can have your meeting in the Emerald Bay room." And that was a huge ballroom. And I said, "Well, what's happened to our little spot here?" We were underneath the elevator, the glass elevator. And they were filming in the Line of Fire with Clint Eastwood, Warner Brothers, Castle Rock Productions. And she said, "Well, this is a spot Clint Eastwood is supposed to fall on." So we were actually going to be in the way.
I remember. Yes, it was one of the pods, And actually what we did was receive an upgrade because it was so remarkable. I know when you said meeting, I think, but I was thinking of, where we would have a meeting with her or something. But no, this was for the actual event itself.
And for the actual event,
and we wound up with something like a ballroom. It was
the Emerald Bay room at the Bonaventure. And the crazy thing is he goes on and he talks to Marcy Young. So the next time I talk to her, she tells me that he will host our next exhibit through Castle Rock Productions. And I was totally blown away.
Right. Clint Eastwood, I believe he paid for all of our food through Castle Rock Productions.
He catered to 300 people. We had 300 art patrons come through that door of the Westin Bonaventure that day. And it was something that just fell out of the sky through the grace of God. And it was just a beautiful, beautiful experience. And I posted something on Facebook with the original pictures of the original members, the original founding members. And that was an awesome time held by all.
I want to thank you for that, too. I did see it on Jerry's timeline. And my mom, she exhibited with us that particular event, too.
There.
She was in the picture.
Oh.
And
she was a phenomenal artist as well. Just a very, very amazing, kind, again, a very humble lady. And she did awesome artwork as well.
Juanita Zara Espinosa Udine.
That's right.
And I know that you had us arrive in style because we all rode together in the limousine to get there. And
we rented a limousine for the occasion and all the founding members, and we showed up in it.
We did it up.
It was going to be our big day. That's right. Well, I just want to state that, I'm a native of Orange County, and I ended up in the Los Angeles area. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about was my I don't think all artists feel that way, but I think all artists have a mission because they want to create. I think all artists have a vision of a better world. Even in the future, looking forward, they have a vision of a better world, a better community. But I personally feel that I, as an artist, need to have a purpose. And my purpose is to break down barriers. And art does that. Where else can you do that without the socioeconomic standing of, say, a 1%er, for example? As an artist, you can be from any socioeconomic level, and you can get a message across. And art unifies, just like music. Music, dance, theater, all of those unify, and they bring the community together, and they remind us that we're all one, and there should be no barriers. We need to break down these barriers, especially in the climate that we're experiencing today. I think art is instrumental and a necessity for artists. So for me, I try to convey a message. It's not always politically correct to put forth some of your political views on canvas because they are probably not going to be accepted at some galleries or most venues where it's family-friendly events such as festivals and things like that. But I think you can still put out a body of work that represents you and represents your views. And so that's one of the things that I chose to do with L.A.V.A, and I wanted to bring artists together, an ethnically diverse group of people. Because I didn't see that in Los Angeles. I saw individual artists, everyone striving for their own, and there was no real unity in terms of what can we do as a group? What can we do for the community? And I think L.A.V.A did that. We accomplished that in the 10, 15 years that we ran.
Yes, and you had benefits too. Tell us about some of the benefits that L.A.V.A did.
Well,
social benefits.
Yes, we contributed to Bienvenidos Children's Center in Los Angeles. Excuse me. And that was a center for abused and neglected children, really infants and toddlers. We would come in, and every time we did an exhibit or any time we took in member dues or we had sales, artists were asked if they would like to contribute a portion of their sales to Bienvenidos, and then we would write a check out and present it to Bienvenidos. And this would go to buy diapers for the children, clothing, shoes, assist with their food budget, or also for Christmas. We also went to Bienvenidos for Christmas. And we spent time with the children there, conversing with them, talking with them, and they were just so grateful just to have an adult be there that had the time for them. I remember Marshall Heads coming in, I think you were there, Carmelita, and the child clung to his legs and wouldn't let him go, and he thought he was his father. And I'm laughing because I don't want to cry because that child missed his dad, and who knows who he was or where he was. But for that moment, L.A.V.A was there, and we were able to reach out and pour our hearts into that place, with our art and with our love and with a little bit of funding. We helped them. So we received a letter from them actually thanking us for all their services. Let's see, did a lot of stuff.
And I also want to point. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, we also did Earth Day. We went and cleaned up the beaches in Santa Monica. We all wore L.A.V.A T-shirts, and we got out there with buckets and hefty bags, and we cleaned up the beaches on Earth Day. So I believe we did that on one occasion, but we had so many requests for L.A.V.A to be involved in so many functions that we could only spread ourselves so far. We also contributed baskets of food to the homeless on Christmas and Thanksgiving, and we literally, boots to the ground. We packed lunches. We collected canned goods, toys, and we passed them out to Skid Row in downtown Los Angeles. And that's what I'm talking about when I talk about artists having a greater goal or greater purpose other than just promoting yourself and, shielding your work from everyone else and being in competition with other artists. I don't like to compete with other artists. I think that everyone has their own God-given talents. There's no reason for any type of competition or jealousy, and we didn't have that in our group. Carmelita was a master at what she did. her mother as well. Pedram did painting on enameled glass. Nick Navarro did Native American Indian art. Leo Reyes was born in Mexico City, and he did art with that symbolized the old Aztec monuments and ruins. And I did a lot of dream vision work, which I'm currently still working on today, and I'm 67 now, and I'm still working on a body of work which encompasses dreams and visions that I've had. And they come out. I couldn't dream this stuff up in my waking hours, but when I sleep and I wake up in the morning with these phenomenal, outrageous dreams, that's something out of a sci-fi novel, and I like to put them on canvas, and it makes for a very interesting artist display or exhibit. You know, people ask me, what is the meaning? I say, I have no idea.
Well, they are great.
Read into it what you like, and many people actually, I relate to that one. I understand that. Little girl in the desert picking up apples off the desert floor. What did that mean, you know? Whatever it means to you, you know, that's what it means. But I can tell you the story behind it. So that's just kind of the direction that L.A.V.A took. We exhibited at the Roosevelt Hotel. We exhibited at the Pasadena Library. We exhibited at La Gallery. Was that in Hollywood that we did that show? And
well, I believe. You've been so supportive. You know, L.A.V.A has been so supportive of the Rose Breast Cancer Society, which is a living memorial for my mom. And the last thing that you did with us was on 6.5 acres at the Virginia Robinson's Gardens, just north of the Beverly Hills Hotel. And I want to thank you, and thank you for bringing L.A.V.A again on so many times that you've participated in our Rose Variety art shows, and always bringing phenomenal artists, you know. And so you've been a big contributor to that with the group as well. Very supportive. Thank you.
We've had an amazing array. Well, you're welcome. We've had an amazing array of artists, and we only attracted the best. We had people from overseas. They were calling me to participate in the Westin Bonaventure Hotel. We put a call out in the Los Angeles Times, and I mean, I was getting 50 calls a day from people, and I was asking for. I mean, this was before the internet and all of that, and people were sending me stuff in the mail, and I was sifting through all of it. You were a big help yourself, Carmelita, helping me sift through that. Myself, Carmelita, Pedram Nurian, we were the primary. If you would say judges or jurors on the material that came in, and we deemed whether something, the body of work was appropriate for the showing that we were going to do. So there were a lot of people that were cut, but there was a lot of people that came in and were given the opportunity to show their work. Some of the later artists that came in, do you remember Vernon Finney? He was a fabulous artist.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding? Vernon Finney. Amazing
yes,
artist.
Amazing artist.
A mural type artist, and Pasquale, I believe, is the one who introduced him to our group. But listen, I have one eye on the clock, and before we go, I'd like for you to give us a taste of perhaps one of your original poems.
I'd love to do that. I've written about 300 poems. I've written a poem called The Best, so I'm a little bit of a playwright as well, doing poetry and short stories and fiction. But I think poetry is my forte. I love it because it's like a painting in words. And this one is called Even There. The wheels of time, ceaselessly turning, the sunset orange, blood red, yellow leaves of reticent fall wither and drop, and the heavy scent of jasmine caressing the full moon and riding the warm night currents like a vagabond witch will close her white petal lips, and too, the exhilarating chorus mantra of senseless, furtive crickets will stop, and we, eternally sedated in the waking dream, will sleep. Collectively bound, singularly inspired, we spin and weave the magic web that answers the question. Or, if catapult we must, into the black abyss, why there, even beauty, even there, beauty.
Oh, how nice. Well, listen, Esperansa, that's just a little taste for everybody, but, you know, you are just a talented, multi-talented artist, and I'm so pleased that you are in my life and so glad that we've hooked up again here on this little radio show. which is growing, by the way. I'm connected with Radio Boomers Live, as you know, and there's just so much happening with this network. I mean, we're hooked up now with iTunes and the
really?
Dish.
That's
and
wonderful. I'm actually
much more.
Yes. Into it.
Yes, please go to visit the Easy Way network, and you can go to hear the archives of some of this show, too, by visiting easywayradio.com. And,
I will.
Yes, and there's a family set up with the network here that you can visit as well. And I know we've got to get back to Radio Boomers Live, so we'll say goodbye for now, and we'll see each other soon.
Thank you, Carmelita. I love you, and we'll continue our friendship. Bye-bye.
Absolutely.
Smartphone, cell phone, PC, Mac, tablet, iPad. That's right, it's tech time.
Well, some of you that receive your television over the antenna, I know that's so old school, but those of you that have decided that you want to cut the cord, you don't want to pay all that high cable bill, and you're watching TV, digital TV channels, you might have noticed that Channel 2 fell off of your screen all of a sudden. Well, sometimes digital TV channels change. Some stations may stop broadcasting or change frequencies, while new stations on different channels may become available. So if you receive digital TV over the air with an antenna, you should periodically rescan your channels to update the channels you receive. Channel 2 recently changed their signal and consequently fell off of many of the channels, many of the TVs, and people didn't know what to do. They thought, why did Channel 2 disappear? You need to rescan. The FCC is doing a whole thing so that not a lot, but a few of the channels are changing their frequency, and in order to continue to receive them, you just have to rescan. So you did it when you originally set up your TV, but that was probably eons ago, and you don't remember how to do it. So if you have difficulty rescanning, consult your owner's manual for more detailed instructions on how to run a channel scan. And if you're still having problems, contact your customer service for your TV or your converter box from the manufacturer, and they will be able to help you rescan. Now, you may find contact information in your instruction manual, or even you can Google it on the Internet. You can Google almost anything on the Internet, and they will tell you how to rescan your station. Once the rescan is complete, you should be receiving your Channel 2 again if you lost it. And again, do it periodically, especially over the next few months. And you might find that you have new channels. And there are so many channels. I have antennas on all of my TVs, even the ones with cable, because I like getting some of those digital TV shows. I watch Lassie. I watch Gunsmoke. I watch Maverick, and just all kinds of those old shows that we baby boomers grew up with and loved, and they're there now. It's amazing. There's like over 60 channels that you can get for free on regular digital TV with your antenna. So remember, just scan periodically. I'd say, after they finish this broad sweep, I'd say do it every maybe 6 months, once a year, and make sure that you keep all of those digital channels. Now, you don't have to do this on your cable. They will change the frequency automatically for you. But if you have a digital television set with an antenna, rescan so you make sure you see all of those channels that you get. Okay, and that is my tech time for today. Jim, let's go to your Jim.
Okay, baby boomers, it's time for Jim from Jim.
That's right. That's me. And I'll tell you, Reatha, I love that stuff because, if you don't know, you're paying all this tons of money for all this stuff. And Reatha comes along with a program that's like free. If it's free, it's for me. So anyway, guys, I want to just touch base on some of this stuff. The Easy Way Network, it's like blowing people away, becoming the most interactive network around. And it's interactive and unique because what people are finding out, they just don't go on a network. They're interacting with it. They're part of it. They're reaching out, and people are finding out about what they do. So I'm just going to share some of that with you because this is amazing. Go to easywayradio.com. If we see you are sharing, you will be eligible for the May 1st tickets and stuff like that. I mean, they've had that in the past with different programs, but this is a continuous thing where people interact. They interact with each other, and so go to easywayaccess.com and register. Okay, easywayaccess.com and get into all that stuff. We got August 30th, Easyway Golden Carpet for supporting the ABC Youth Foundation, and you'll start getting attached to this stuff. And when you share, you're eligible for these tickets we're talking about. But you just start becoming part of the Easy Way fam, and per quarter, we'll promote whoever sends footage on the easywayfam.com. So, and then I want to touch base on some of this stuff. easywayaccess.com, our new functional social network that has a points system. This is cool stuff because it's not just stuff I'm telling you about. People are taking the time to look into that and going, whoa, and it's changing their life. All right, so easywayaccess.com, new functional social network that has a point system for users for free marketing and promotional. So the promotion. So does that sound good? For free. We also have integrated ways to give back. We are now on Clearview Broadcasting on Roku. Look for Easy Way TV. We are also on mytvtogo.net. Look for Easy Way Network on top of Voice America, Woman on TV, Apple TV, Amazon, and Direct TV on channel 5559. How about that? That's a lot of stuff. This network is growing. I'm blown away by what Eric is creating here. You go to facebook.com/groups/EasyWayFam. We are doing something new called the Easy Way Fam Cam. Now, this is interesting stuff. Remember, the Easy Way Fam Cam, I told you, once per quarter we'll promote whoever sends the footage. See, this is the thing. You do some of the stuff, you share, and you get the tickets, you become part of this, and this gets you out there. So there's a lot of stuff. Reatha, I just wanted to share some of that, and it's exciting, And, with this, with what you guys have today, it's a lot different than what Reatha and I had when we were a lot of your ages, back in the 20s and 30s. Reatha, it's just so different today. They could share with somebody in another country and tweet and text. And it's like, this is mind-boggling. I mean, talking about the benefits of a business or getting products out there.
It's amazing. It's a brand new world that we live in.
So, Reese, who invented the internet? How did this thing come about anyway? This is amazing stuff. How could anybody sit around and go,
I don't know, but it wasn't intended for public consumption. When they first invented it, it was, I think, for the army or the military or something. But now it's free for all of us. But you know what, Jim? We are so out of time. It's been just such a great show. And we'll be back next Monday, 10 a.m.
Monday morning, 10 a.m., guys. And don't forget the shares that we tell you about. And keep busy, keep moving, keep the faith. And Reatha and I'll be back next Monday morning, 10 o'clock. 10 to 11. and let's give you some more information on all kinds of cool stuff. Till then, I guess it's sign-out time, Reatha. What do you think?
Absolutely. We're out of here. Have a great week.
So long, guys. Radio Boomers Live out.
Thank you for listening to Radio Boomers Live with your hosts, Reatha Gray, Star Betty White's Off Their Rockers, and EZ's dad, Jim Zuley. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Radio Boomers Live. Radio Boomers Live is brought to you by the Easy Way Broadcasting Network. That's the letter E, the letter Z, Broadcasting Network.